to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. In startup fundraising, the discussion focuses on what the investor is looking for. This often comes down to a strong team, traction with the customer, a product with a moat, and momentum in the deal. A key component raising funding is building a relationship with the investor. There are some startups with enough traction and momentum that carries the startup through the fundraising process. Most startups don't have such traction to win investor interest right out of the gate. It's important the founder builds a relationship with the investor. The founder does this by reaching out on a regular basis, first through email and then through phone calls, to update the investor and get feedback. After an introductory meeting, this should be done every 1 to 2 weeks. Email is great for sending information, but not so much for building a relationship. Discussion by phone or online will build the relationship. The key test to know if you have a relationship with the investor is the ability to make a phone call and have the investor answer it. If you can do that, then you have built a relationship with the investor. If you cannot, then you don't yet have a relationship with the investor. It takes 7 touches to close a sale, so it takes 7 touches to close an investor. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.